Hello and welcome, my angry starfish. How you guys doing today? It's Chris here, and what we're going to do is we're going to go over all of the changes, all of the things that are going on in the new update for Bloons TD6. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the new features, we're going to go over just the general bug fixes really quick, and then we're going to go over all of the changes to the towers here, guys. A lot of buffs coming at us today, which is really exciting. So chimps and everything should hopefully be easier now, guys, which is honestly something I've been waiting for a really long time. So first of all, races are here. So what you can do is you can race against other people, and there's actually a world leaderboard, so like the fastest person in the entire world actually gets special things. And then, as you get worse and worse, you get less cool badges and stuff like that, but that's still pretty cool. It kind of relates to battles in a way, I guess. You're limited in the amount of monkeys that you can actually use here by, well, I guess not really. You're limited to a certain hero. Is all you're really limited to for now. But I assume in the future, they're going to limit us to very certain specific towers, which is going to make it more exciting and more fun to get to see how we decide to go about doing this, which is kind of cool. I really like this as part of the game. It's finally something that's at least not co-op, but almost like competitive, multiplayer based, that's fun. We always want to compete against something and do better than somebody else. This is a great way to do it. The way it works, I'm going to show you guys. I'm not going to actually go into too much detail with it. I just want to show you guys very quickly how it works. Basically, the way it's going to work is you're going to put your towers down over here, whatever you want to start off with, man. Whenever you say go, the race clock is going to start. So if you look in the top right corner here, you can see, oh crap, the time is going. Now, you might be thinking, well, this is really easy. Obviously, we're going to just kill the rounds really quickly, unless you press send out the next wave. So this little red button next to the go button is going to send out the next wave early. So we can send out wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and go further and further over here. And eventually what you can do, you can pop in like a mortar or something like that. Have him pop the group balloons over here if we set the target right here or something like that. And we can even set out more and more waves. And, hopefully you can end up getting all these things popped, basically. Now, I've heard before that some people were cheating by allowing themselves to use Super Monkey Storms and stuff like that, and now that's not part of the game anymore, so the world leaderboard for this one might be a little bit screwed up here, guys. Just wanted to point that out really quick. Seriously? But people are saying that the mortar is definitely going to be one of your favorite towers for this thing, because it's going to have grouped attack power. You want to have some sort of cleanup over here, so I've got Quincy for now. You've got your ability, which you can use to clean up a lot of the balloons over here, and then Bernie stuff is going to be key. You just kind of want to send out a lot of the waves kind of quickly over here. Let the Bernie stuff actually do the damage. Let your cannons do a lot of the group damage over here. So if you want to go for like a third tier cannon or something like that, that's cool too. And just keep sending out the waves, man. So heavy bombs, then oh man, I'm not getting the cluster ball. Which one's the cluster ball? The bottom path? What the heck am I doing today? I don't even know. Frag bomb. There it is. There's the cluster bombs. That's what I was looking for. You guys can tell I'm a freaking noob. And you just keep sending out the waves earlier and earlier. Send them all out as fast as you want to, especially when you get to this point in the game. You can get some extra camera detection, of course, with some random ninjas and stuff like that. Just start sending out more and more waves. If you do end up doing a good job, you'll beat it, but obviously I just was screwing off over here just to kind of show you guys what's going on. And then we've got the new hero, which is Sleigh. That's what people have told me that's her pronunciation. It's not easily, it's E-Z-Lee. Sleigh, which is pretty exciting. She's actually a very solid hero. She's really fun to use. I really enjoy her. I think she's going to be one of the main usable heroes in the game for a long time, unless they nerf her, which I hope that they don't. We've also got two new maps here, guys. So if you want to play the two new maps, there's Alpine Run right here, which is a fairly easy beginner map right here. But you can also play a fairly difficult advanced map here. It's called Peninsula. I don't know, it's pretty weird, I say. It's a good designed map, I'd say, because you don't get a lot of places to put things unless you're going to build a lot of water towers, which aren't really that good in the first place. We've got the holiday theme here, so if you guys don't know, Ninja Kiwi goes kind of all out for their holiday themes. So they even are going to change like the peppermint and the cannonball that usually shoot back and forth. You can see the elf monkeys popping from behind here and everything. So they do a pretty good job with the Christmas theme. And the nice thing about the Christmas themes and the Halloween themes and stuff is that they're just going to reuse them for next year. So they don't have to do an actual update for us for next year. It's just already going to be in existence, and they can just literally like press a button to change it. So for next year, we hopefully get some more updates so they can spend their time doing something else instead of just worrying about making it look good for us. And it also goes even deeper into the maps, actually. where you can actually see a lot of different changes. For example, just on Monkey Meadow right here, man. You can see that there's going to be some snow on the ground and some presents and stuff like that. Some candy canes and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I like it. Also, with that action, you've also got the new Santa sleigh here. So what you can do is you get, for a certain amount of balloons that you pop, you're going to end up getting 20 presents. If you get all 20 presents, you can use this as a special bonus helper situation, a little ability to use, and you can click him, and a Santa will come and fly out and be usable for you. Now, in the meantime, while we're just saving up some crap over here, I'm going to talk about a couple of the quick bug fixes that are at least reasonably important, I guess. Mostly stuff having to do with the Mortar Monkey, which obviously was a pretty recent update to the game. We've got a little bit of changes to the Spike Factory, a little bit of Monkey Village action going on, and then Striker Jones is actually going to get changed a little bit, where his level 10 description has been updated, and his level 20 damage to bomb and mortar now applies to all special attacks, including the bonus damage of the Moab Mauler and heavy shells on the mortar, which is pretty exciting if you ask me, because now it makes Striker Jones even better than he was before. So fairly intriguing here, guys. I think that the way that they designed Striker Jones was to know that the mortar was going to come out in existence in this game, so I'm glad that they changed that and actually fixed him and made him a fairly usable hero at this point. I wouldn't say he's the best or anything like that, but now he's at least usable. He's actually a decent hero to use, especially in the late game, with the cannons and the mortars being used in combination together to be pretty freaking solid. Alright, so we're about to hop into balance changes, so we're going to hop into sandbox mode in just a second here, guys. I just want to get my last present. There we go, we get the last present. Now, forever struggle luck, and we're like, oh crap, there's balloons all over the place, man, they're going to kill us here! Oh my god! So let's just wait till round 12. Let's just kill these real quick. Oh my god, there's balloons everywhere, Chris, you're going to freaking lose for sure! Use the presents! Use the Santa! And he's just going to slide down here and kill a lot of the balloons right there. So fairly fun to use. I mean, not all that important, but just sort of interesting to see. So let's hop out of here, and we're going to go to sandbox mode and show off some of the main changes that are happening in the game, guys, which there is a lot of nerfs and buffs going on here, alright? Mostly buffs, though. So, I'm going to go through all of them fairly quickly for you guys. I'll probably play with them a little bit more and talk about them in more detail in like a real game and stuff like that. I just want to go over them fairly quickly in today's video. So, first of all, we got the Dart Monkey, which is going to have the Ultra Juggernaut's base damage increased from 3 to 4. If we get the Ultra Juggernaut, he's even more powerful now. Holy crap. And the ceramic damage is now 9 to 12. So now when you have these big, beefy balloons coming out over here, you're going to freaking annihilate these things right away, man. Holy crap. And the reason why this is happening is because on round... I don't even know what a good round would be, but... can't even think here. But on some levels, you might have reinforced ceramics coming out here. And on round 92, these things are strong. You know, like, you're not going to be able to kill these things very easily. And the Ultra Juggernaut, he's good against ceramics and stuff. And he's terrible against ceramics right now. Like, what the heck? This is just wave 92, and this is a 5th tier tower. It should be really, really good, right? Well, this is going to hopefully make him just a little bit better. And, of course, when you got lots and lots of these guys coming out, it should eventually do a decent amount of damage to these guys over time, right? That's what we're really trying to get out of this. So, should be helpful, but maybe not perfect or anything like that, but should be more helpful than it used to be before. Anyways, we've got the Crossbow Master. So the Crossbow Master is a fairly unusable tower at this point. He's not terrible, but people just don't want to use him very much. He's not powerful enough. Even with those crit shots, they just don't do much. So we made him a little bit cheaper. We made him from 27k to 25k, so we're getting 2,000 cheaper. Nothing huge, but it is at least a buff to the tower. Boomerang got huge changes here, baby. Holy crap. So fast throwing ranks are now even faster. Awesome. We've got faster rank increases attack speed by an additional 25% when the faster ranks. So increases attack speed. Faster ranks now doesn't make the ranks move faster. It increases the attack speed finally. Oh baby. So now let me see if we can test this out really quick. Let's send out just a couple red balloons here. Let's see, this is the first speed. Let's see if when we... Oh, you know, I'll just do this. I'll change the count to 100. We'll send out some blue balloons here. And we're just going to look at the attack speed really quick and see if we can see it change. 25% isn't a huge change here, but it looks like, yes, you definitely can see it, so that's actually pretty nice. But the interesting thing here is that Bionic Boomer is not changed. So once you get this thing, it's not going to change its attack speed. You know, it's just going to be the same Bionic Boomer that we're used to here. But when you get the Glaive Thrower here, it does a pretty solid job at popping a lot of balloons, so just keep that in mind. That is actually quite interesting, quite nice. And now the lower level boomerangs are going to be an actual usable tower here, guys. Don't underestimate them. Cheaper cost from the get-go, cheaper speed upgrades over here, and more speed upgrades already. Faster rings price increase from 120 to 250, so we do end up making this be more expensive, but now we're actually making him stronger. So that is good, I guess. Red Hot Rings now adds +1 damage. Really now? Okay. So that's going to make this guy real interesting. A 2/2 boomerang having double damage. Now if we send out a blue balloon chunk here, these blue balloons are going to get annihilated into nothing. I mean, I don't know how this is going to change the game, but it's going to be really interesting to see if we can actually make the boomerang a fairly usable tower in here in an interesting way. Maybe even put him closer to the front of the map or something like that. But then, interestingly enough, with the Cali Boomerang, they said that it should not change the Cali Boomerang. It's still just going to be that 2 layers of damage that we're used to here. So don't think it's going to automatically turn into 3 layers or anything like that. They don't want to change it even further. The Cali Boomerang is actually less expensive now, which is nice, by $100. Not a huge change, but at least something there to mess around with. Moab Domination damage. So when we get this 5th tier boomerang, now it's going to go from 7 to 12, so we're almost doubling the damage on this guy. And that makes sense, because he was kind of garbage in the first place. I didn't really find him all that usable, almost ever. So I'm glad that this is going to be hopefully better now. You can see we can still annihilate Moabs pretty well, though, over here, guys. He's going to do a pretty good amount of Moab damage with this thing. You can't tell exactly how many he's going to do, but looks like he can pop about 5 Moabs or so. Maybe 1,000 damage. And again, I'm not just BT sciencing this, just looking at it, just kind of talking about it really quick. Also, the Moab Domination price has been reduced from 75 to 60, so a huge change there. And Moab Domination's special attack range reduced from unlimited to 100. So I don't know exactly what 100 is, but I think we might be able to see here if we kind of just put them in the corner. We're going to see when we can finally reach them. And probably will reach the balloons over here, but maybe not too much further than that. So here we go, Moab press. Let's just send out some Moabs real quick. Let's see if he can reach that thing. He can, yeah. It's like a barely right there is when he can end up reaching these Moabs. So that is quite interesting. And then again, right around here. So 100 range seems to be like right around this radius right here, so about half the screen. So if you put him anywhere in the middle of the screen, pretty much he'll be able to shoot things the entire time. So a fairly intriguing change going on with the Moab Dominator over there. That's it for the Boomerang. Mainly low-tier Boomerang changes, which are actually going to be important for us. Are they going to be a usable tower here in the early game? But there's more for the Tack Shooter now. So this is going to infect the Ring of Fire. So if we've got the Ring of Fire here, nobody was using that thing. It was just too expensive, It just didn't really do that great of a job. Even with the long range and the super long range, it doesn't have that much range. You gotta put a Monkey Village or an Alchemist or something in here, which an Alchemist might actually be more effective with these guys now. But the damage is going to be increased from 2 to 3. So before, if you sent out yellow balloons, they would go down to blue balloons. Now they're going down to red balloons. This is going to be extra specially effective against higher tier balloons like lead balloons and rainbow balloons, which now we can annihilate down into nothingness, which is very, very effective over here, guys. I love it. Ceramic balloons, though, they're still going to be sort of pesky for us. We're not going to be able to do enough damage to these guys in the long term to actually make them be damaged. So a fairly fair tower right now. As long as you take down that ceramic layer, this will work out extra specially good. But combining that with maybe some, glue gunners or something like that, getting a glue hose or something like that, maybe you'll slow these guys down enough where the ceramic balloons won't be very pesky at all. So also, we're sending these guys out on round 92. We should send them back out on round 80. I didn't realize the ceramics were so gosh darn powerful here. Now, oh yeah, look at that. Without that extra layer damage over there, we can easily take these guys. Now, we re-glue them as they go around here, and we're taking down most of them with this combo. Fairly intriguing, to say the least. And then, the Inferno. So if we get all the way up to this big boy right here, this guy was even crazier as being a terrible tower to use. Just, there was no reason to use him. Now this is actually going to be a little bit better. The damage increased from 2 to 4. So now we go from 2 to 3 to 4. So now we can go through even more layers. I still feel like it's probably going to be not worth it here. Popping zebras down to greens is pretty insane, plus the attack speed and everything is pretty crazy, so, I feel like he's going to be much more useful, actually. You know what? I changed my mind, guys. He is a very useful tower here. Let's do this again. Let's change these guys into, round 95 ceramics and see what we can do with these things. Alright, holy crap! Yeah, this guy's pretty good, man! Let's try, oh, I don't think we're going to be able to do this, though. There you go. That's the problem here. Oh, still doing a pretty good job, though. Taking him down, most of these guys down into, you know, just a few yellows leaking through. So this guy's going to be extremely interesting to see how he changes the game now. He's only 40 grand to pop a lot of the group balloons in here. Might be a guy to go for. You know, I feel like that's one of the weaknesses right now is how do you pop all these group balloons? The Inferno Ring might be the way to go. The Bomb Shooter, more changes to the Bomb Shooter over here. So the Bomb Shooter is going to have the price, the really big bombs, so we got bigger bombs, heavy bombs, and really big bombs, is now cheaper. It went from 1,500 down to 1,200. Now I'm playing it easy, so all the numbers don't really match up all that well, but it is a difference in change there. Balloon impact damage increased from 2 to 3, so holy crap. So now a balloon. So this thing it wasn't unusable, but the problem was late game. It didn't do much. Now, I don't know if this is going to be too overpowered in the early game or something like that, but with this combo right here, I don't know. It's going to be really interesting to see how this is going to affect the game. Is it going to be more powerful right now? Or more usable, I guess, with its new power increase. Excuse me, and then the balloon crush damage. Oh, baby, so we got this big boy right here, which is still a fairly unusable tower, mostly because of the price. It did help against Moabs and stuff like that, but there was no way to use it on Chimps mode. There was, like, no way to use it on any regular game mode, only if you had billions of dollars. So now this guy actually be able to affect balloons here. Might be more fun to use. So if we set up some rainbows or something like that, you can see the damage down to 12. We're doing full rainbow killing power with one hit here, guys. Oh, what the heck? Round 95. Oh no, we're not killing them. I thought we were insta-killing those things. Oh man, that scared the crap out of me here. So regular ceramics on round 95. Not really taking them down. Kind of a little bit. Kind of a little bit. But if we send out just regular round 80 balloons, you can see they're going to be a lot more. This thing's going to be a lot more effective against them. Oh yeah, taking them down to blacks and whites, and then of course the blacks and whites get annihilated right after that. So killing most of the balloons, not all of them, but definitely a pretty good addition as far as balloons are concerned. And then still super duper effective against Moab class balloons. Don't forget about that. This is what he's really good against. He stuns the Moab class balloons, keeps them all in position to allow all of your other towers to do more damage. Now keep in mind, this guy's not really that much of a damage doer. He still does an okay amount of damage, but he's more of a stunner than anything else. He lets you stall these Moabs so your other towers can get to town and actually pop this crap. Alright, and then the Ice Monkeys. We're moving on here, guys. You can see going one by one. We're changing all these towers in here. So, like I said, a lot of buffs. And we're only about... We're not even halfway done here, man. There's still a lot of changes. Maybe I'll speed this up a little bit. Arctic Wind, price reduced from 6,500. I don't even remember which one's the Arctic Wind. I don't use this thing ever. The middle path. The middle path is the Arctic Wind reduced from 6,500 to 5,000. So pretty fair price decrease there. I still feel like I'm never going to use this guy, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Snowstorm. The base attack increased, base attack radius increased from 20 to 30. Okay. Absolute Zero price reduced from 32,000 to 26,000, so still fairly unusable here, guys. I don't know. I never liked this ability in the first place, so I don't know. 26,000 just seems unbelievably expensive still. Absolute Zero base attack. Here we go. So we've got the base attack radius increased from 20 to 40. So now you can see, now we've got a huge range here. We're Arctic winding, and our range is gigantic. And the Absolute Zero base wind slowing increased from 50 to 60. So now it slows down the balloons even more. So it may be a more usable tower now that we have different ways to basically slow down and stall the balloons and do all this other stuff. You can see we're actually keeping the balloons all in our position at least a little bit. Though I don't really see the slowdown happening as much as you might expect out of this thing. I don't know. Is it just me or what? This is the Absolute Zero, right? We're at the Absolute Zero. It's a little weird. But basically, in the aura here, we're supposed to slow down the balloons down to 60% at this point. I think that's what we're doing here. Roughly, but still can't pop zebras, which, you know, I mean, I know it's going to be an unbelievably strong tower if it does pop zebras, but at this point, is it worth it? Even with those 3 buffs we just got on this one single tower here, is it still even worth it to get? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But also, don't forget, man, if you do get this guy, you can still get the larger radius. And holy crap, if you get a larger radius, you get a monkey village here, and maybe even put an alchemist over here on top of that crap. He's going to have a pretty extreme amount of range over here, guys. So don't underestimate this guy right here. Having the entire screen affected by balloon slowdown and all that stuff can be extra specially awesome here, guys. Alright. That's it for the Ice Monkey. We got the Monkey Buccaneer, which I cannot build on this map. I'm just going to talk about him really quick. The carrier flagships fighter planes have doubled the lifespan on their projectiles. So the projectiles are just going to last a little longer on the screen. They should be able to affect things a little bit better. Okay, cool. Monkey Sub, same thing here, guys. I can't put it on the screen, but I'll just read them out for you really quick. Monkey Sub base pierce increased from 1 to 2. So a lower tier Monkey Ace is going to be more powerful. Excuse me, Monkey Sub. An Energizer Zone radiation damage increased from 1 to 3. Whoa! Alright. So now we have the 5th tier Energizer over here being more damaging. Instead of just giving all those extra bonuses, he also damages things as well. Armor Piercing Dart's main dart damage increased from 1 to 2. Alright, so this is the 4th tier bottom path submarine. And that's going to double that already, which is pretty freaking sweet. And then main dart and airburst deals ×2 Moabs for a total of 4 damage on the initial hit with 2 damage airbursts. I don't understand all of that, but basically more damage to Moabs. That's all we need to understand. The exact numbers don't really matter that much. We have to see it in person to see how much it actually does. Sniper Monkey, some more buffs to the Sniper Monkey, man. Buffs all the frickin' around here. Woo! Alright. Test out this sniper right here. So the Sniper Monkey, we've got Maim Moab's damage increased from 18 to 30. So if you didn't know, the Maim Moab would be the 4th tier top path here. And this guy's going to go from 18 to 30. So alright, so this guy's actually going to be able to damage Moab class balloons, but does it affect damage of ceramic class balloons too? If it does, that's pretty insane. I don't know, did the 4th tier, hold on, did the 4th tier do that already? Oh crap, I mean the 3rd tier. Oh yeah, Deadly Precision insta-kills a ceramic. So that's 18 layers. Alright, I remember that now. It's 18 layers. But the main Moab, I wonder if on round 83, if we can still insta-kill a ceramic. We cannot. Alright, so it is still this for this, but then for the main Moab, can we insta-kill a ceramic? It only affects Moab class balloons. Main Moab damage increased from 18 to 30, so it's actually not the damage, it's the Moab damage, I think, alright? It's a little difficult to tell here with a billion ceramics coming out, but just one ceramic here, you can see. Regen, yeah, it's not gonna be that full. One more time, man. No regen. Alright, whatever. I think it's just Moab damage. Cripple Moab damage, holy crap, so this was really, really bad, by the way. They're going to make the Cripple Moab now the 5th tier, which was never, ever used in the game, ever. Damage increased from 18 to 60. Woo! Alright. Much more effective. Bouncing Bullet gets a buff over here. So Bouncing Bullet price reduced from 3,500 to 3,200. Still feel like I'm not going to use the Bouncing Bullet very much. I just don't really... the problem is you really want to get the Full Metal Jacket and the Large Caliber. And now the Bouncing Bullet makes you shoot slow because you can't get the bottom path. So now you're shooting really slow for the amount of sniper damage you're actually doing onto this guy. So even as a Large Caliber, is it going to be worth it? I don't know. I don't think so. I think that's the main problem here. If you do go for faster firing, it's even worse, you know? Like, there's just not a good combination to go with Bouncing Bullet. I think that's the main issue with it. It's not that Bouncing Bullet's bad, it's the combo of getting either of those two kind of messes up the rest of the sniper. Alright, we've got supply drop reduced by 800 bucks. Okay, and then we've got the elite sniper price reduced from 16,000 to 13,000, which is pretty nice, I guess, as well. I think this was the elite sniper down here, right? Or elite. Hold on, elite sniper? Elite Sniper, okay, messed it up, man. Elite Defender, Elite Sniper, a little weird me out a little bit. So the Elite Sniper actually was made cheaper, so it basically just gives us better supply drops. Okay, so supply drop sniper has been affected, but the bottom path actually hasn't, which is still a pretty bad sniper in my opinion. Just doesn't really, he's not bad, but he's not exactly good. Especially for late game, and the amount of money that you'd have to spend on him. Heli Pilot! Alright, so we get our Heli Pilot over here. Heli Pilot Special Poperations Monkey Marine cooldown reduced from 50 to 40, so this guy is going to be... Middle path. Support Chinook. Oh man, kind of got to remember these things. Special Operations, you know, basically he had the Marine that popped down every once in a while. It's going to be a little bit cheaper now, or not cheaper. It's going to come back a little quicker now, so it's going to be a little extra helpful. And then the 4th tier, here we go! This was the change I've been waiting for, man. I've been telling you guys that the Comanche defense sucks. 4th tier sucks, but 5th tier's awesome, right? This has been a thing for a long time. They finally made the Comanche defense come more often, every 25 seconds, instead of 45 seconds. That's a big difference, guys. That's almost a 45% difference or something like that? That's a huge change right there, man. Holy crap. So the Heli Pilots got actually buffs over here. Crazy, man. I feel like the Heli Pilot was already a pretty good tower, but those are definite needed changes for us. But there's more, baby! The Monkey Ace! Alright, so this was probably the least used tower in the entire freaking game right here, man. I've never seen anybody use this ever. But now, maybe, I don't know. The bombing run, blast radius increase, so this is the bomber ace right here. The blast radius is going to increase from 25 to 35, so we just have a bigger area of effect, basically. We've got attack cooldown reduced from 3 to 1.5, 2 times as fast. Absolutely required here, though, guys. Absolutely required. It was just so bad. And then the damage increased from 2 to 4. So not only did we make it so it happens, the radius is bigger. We made the attack cooldown faster. Then we doubled the damage here. Is it going to be worth it now? I don't know, man. I still feel like it's going to be hard to use. I feel like in big chunks of balloons here, heck yeah, it's going to be worth it. But how often are you going to be are you going to have to fight big chunks of balloons over here? I don't know. But it is a much more effective tower. This is the way it should have been done in the very first place. So I'm excited to see if this is going to be usable, especially if you combine them in a good pattern on your little area over here. I mean, you know, imagine a nice area where you just keep going over and over and over again right in the beginning part of the map or whatever. This is just kind of exciting. Basically, any balloons that run under it, boom, they dead. So very fun changes for the monkey ace. I love that. The mortar, the bigger one, got bigger and it's damaged, bigged from 10 to 20. Ooh. Oh, no, excuse me, the biggest one. So this is the 5th tier mortar. The biggest one. Alright, he was kind of bad, mostly because he doesn't do well in the late game. You know, for example, right now, if we send out even ceramics here, we're still not going to be able to do enough damage here. I don't know if this is going to be a big enough change for us. 10 to 20? I don't know. This is around 83, so it's not even, like, crazy in the late game here. I feel like the big one should do way more damage than what he's doing here. Believe me, I understand that he can do Moab damage and balloon damage and different types and everything, but you send out around, like, 97, you have balloons at the end here. He's going to do literally 0 things for $25,000. Blip, bad. Not worth it, in my personal opinion. We have to test him out just a little bit more. Alright, so we got some Alchemist changes here, too. So last time they nerfed the crap out of the Alchemist, and now he is fairly unusable, right? Well, they didn't end up messing with the 4th tier at all, the stronger stimulant, but what they did do is they changed the price of the permanent brew to make it $20,000 cheaper, 80 to 60. So a pretty big change right there with the permanent brew. More usable in a regular, in a you know, impoppable game or in a late game situation, but still not going to be used very much in any other situation, basically. I mean, you're not going to be using this guy in Chimps mode or anything. Let me just say that much. You're never going to have that much money. 51 grand? Heck to the no. Transforming Tonic. This was fairly unused as well. We've got the Transforming Tonic. This is the 4th tier. It's going to end up being a little bit cheaper by $500. Not a huge deal, but it's at least something here. And then the total transformation is going to be even cheaper as well, 50 down to 45. So we can get this guy for about, you know, $5,500 cheaper in the first place. That's not too bad. Not a huge change, but something to make him more usable. I like it. I like the change. Master Bomber, this was absolute necessity here, guys. So the Ninja, this was the bottom path Ninja here, the Master Bomber. He can shoot all the way across the screen, which is good, but he was just not strong enough for what you were getting here. I feel like the main issue with the Master Bomber is you need to have these do grouped damage to the Moab class balloons. That's what you need to do here. Because right now, he's just plain garbage. Even at this price point, like, if you send out even a decent amount of DDTs against us, he's just garbage. Increase his attack speed or something, because he's still not going to be good for us. I don't care. That's just my opinion here, guys. Master Bomber, stay away from him still. Not good enough. Wizards! Yeah! So here we go. Here's their big boys right here. Base price, reduced by $100 right there. Nice. Dragon's Breath, reduced by $600. Summon Phoenix, reduced by $1,000. And the Phoenix Lord, reduced by $20,000. Oh my god. So Dragon's Breath reduced, Summon Phoenix reduced, Wizard Lord Phoenix reduced. They really want people to use this middle path Wizard right here. You know, kind of crazy, but alright. I mean, I'm willing to test him out just a little bit. We'll see if he ends up being more powerful over here. And on to the Druid. One of the sadly underused towers in the game. The Druid is... He's not bad, you know? I just find other towers better, usually. That's the problem. So what they're going to do is going to make Spirit of the Forest plus 1 damage to all attacks. Alright, well, that's pretty cool. So now we're going to do more damage for our Thorn Swarm, our Heart of the Thunder, and all this other stuff. Druid of the Jungle, and now the Spirit of the Forest doing plus 1 damage to all balloons on the screen here is going to be quite helpful. How powerful will he be? I don't know. I mean, the problem is, again, once you get to around 99, You have regular ceramics coming out here. Oh, actually, alright! This guy could be a very, very usable tower here, guys. Holy crap. Oh, yes, baby, yes! Alright, that is very, very interesting. So imagine Bloons being the issue for you. This guy is going to make it so Bloons are not quite the issue anymore. I really, really like this. Alright, this is a very, very fun change here. Doing double damage with all of our attacks here, including the ground attack, which is probably the most important one for us. I love that. I love that. Very, very usable here. And then, Spirit of the Forest Tier 3 Jungle Vine attack targets Bloons about 20% faster. So, this is actually something that I didn't mind. I didn't use all that much in the first place. I thought it was cool. Now we got the Druid of the Jungle 3rd tier path. So, every time you have random ceramics coming out here, you want to insta-kill one of these guys. He just grabs it and takes it down to nothingness. Now we're going to attack a little faster. So, randomly taking down strong ceramic balloons down to nothing is pretty important here. And for the price point, it's really not too bad. You know, 800 bucks here for this guy. I don't know, I feel like he's going to be, again, more usable. Alright, Spike Factory, lots of changes going on with the Spike Factory here, guys. Holy crap, we got a lot of them, but we're almost done. We got the Spike Factory, the Banana Farm, and then we're just going to talk about Oben, and we're good. Spike Factory, Spike Balls got a reducement. So, Spike Balls are the 3rd path, top path upgrade. Spiked Mines are reduced by 2 grand. Pretty nice. We've got Super Mines can now pop all balloon types. Heck to the yeah! Why didn't the 5th tier tower do that in the first place? Finally! We get the Super Mines. They couldn't have popped zebras before. I was like, what the heck? How do you have that? How do you have 5th tier that doesn't pop zebras, man? Super Mines Pierce also increased from 40 to 60. So basically, any balloons that come in here, man, holy crap. Automatic frickin' death here. I think even all the way up to maybe even a reinforced round 100 ceramic over here. Let's see if we can take it down in one hit, man. Let's see. Ooh, kind of. Let's see. One explosion. Kablamo. No! We did... Well, it didn't explode yet. Now we get it to explode here. So, I don't know for sure. There's a lot of layers here. It's kind of weird, but it looks like, yes, it probably can take it down. It's a lot of layers, man. Let's just put it that way. That's a lot of freaking layers right there. For the price, though, that's what you need to have, man. This guy's expensive. The Moab Shreddos! We're going to go to the middle path Spike Factory. Moab Shredder is going to have the price reduced by 500 bucks. And then the Storm is going to be reduced by an extra $1,000. So, you know, I still don't think I'm going to use them all that much, but alright. I guess it's kind of cool to have it as a thing. Carpet of Spikes reduced again as well, but still just not all that useful. I think he's just too expensive for what you get. It's hard to use him properly. The spikes are all going to be absorbed by other stuff, not by the Moab class balloons. And that's the biggest issue with this guy. So, yeah, still not really feeling the Spike Factory all that much. He's a nuanced tower that you got to get used to and use him properly. And it's hard to do it no matter what you do. Banana Farm! Alright, Banana Farm change is always welcome for me. The Monkey Bank cash capacity reduced. Oh my god, really? I didn't even think it was that good. The Monkey Bank now reduced from 10k to 7,000, so a huge nerf there. Huge nerf! But they make it so the 4th tier now is much more usable to use. Or more reasonable to actually want to get it up to. I believe it's... I don't remember the price for this guy. What can he save up to? I don't remember if it's 20k or still... I can't remember if it's 10, 15, or 20. Maybe you guys can help me in the comments below. Because I haven't used these guys in a long time, you know? I usually just go with the top path banana farms because they're just easy to use and they're my favorite. So, but yeah, fairly interesting. The Central Market price reduced on the Central Market. We might have to remap this stuff out, guys. The Central Market right here is going to be a much more usable tower. Instead of just a top path or a 4th tier 402 or whatever, 420. We're going to be using this guy a little bit more often for automatic cash payments in the bank as we go on throughout the game here. And then the Monkey Wall Street reduced by 15 grand. They really want us to use these bottom path banana farms over here. I think they might have been able to see the user rate and just see that we don't use it all that much. I guess that makes sense, but alright. And then Oben, okay. Alright. So I can't actually show them off right now, but I'm just going to tell you guys right now. Oben. Oben Greenfoot's Nature Ward Totem slow percentage has been greatly increased at each level. So we go from 15 to 30 at level 4, 25 to 40 at level 8, and 35 to 60 at level 15. And that's pretty much it for Oben. So all welcome changes here, guys. Like 99% buffs. We only got one nerf with that banana farm there. And I think everything else was literally a buff. So this is going to be really, really fun to start joining in on this this BTD6 bandwagon here. I'm liking it. I'm loving these changes. Thank you, Ninja Kiwi, for making the game a lot better and a lot more fun. I think it's going to be a lot more fun with this update, guys. More videos coming my way. I know this was a fairly long patch notes video, but I feel like it was worth it to do it for you guys so you understand what's going on, all the changes, and what you can possibly do to better your gameplay. If you guys enjoyed, press that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.